Hey guys, Ken Lusk here with MyStarReport.com. I have a little note here before I get started so I don't forget. I've moved my predictions to the home page at my website. So if you have that predictions page bookmarked, you might want to go to www.mystarreport.com. That'll take you to the home page and just make a new bookmark. That's all you have to do. Real interesting events here. This is kind of crazy. Yesterday I posted new predictions. As a lot of you probably already know, I did that at about 5:45. I put the time up on the page there. About 5:45 Central Mountain Time. And it only took a couple of hours for some of those predictions to start coming through. As they apply to severe weather, of course, we saw several damaging tornadoes in Arkansas. I'll get to that. But this period that this video is going to cover is this next window that's coming up from the 10th through the 20th. Actually, I think this energy is going to carry over into the 26th. We'll go the 21st, I'm sorry. We'll go another orb or another day on that. But at least from the 10th through the 20th. Today, by the way, is the 11th. And this is based on the influence of a new moon, which is coming to us on the 15th. And with Mars in the 6th house opposing Chiron and Neptune in the 12th house. The first thing I saw was this is going to bring us martyrdom and suicide bombings, so watch for some headlines on that during this period. The new moon is, of course, occurring in the 1st house of Pisces, with the Sun, Mercury, and Uranus all being conjunct. This is going to bring us planes, trains, and automobiles, guys. So expect dramatic news and disasters involving planes, trains, and automobiles, and any other form of public transportation like subways, light rails, buses, ships, and boats. We've already seen an example of this today. Senator Harry Reid's wife and their daughter were in a car crash today. Unfortunately, fortunately, they're going to be okay. Unfortunately, Senator Reid's wife did break her back, so everybody sends your positive thoughts out to her for a quick recovery. I haven't seen any word on how their daughter is doing. Hopefully, everything is just, is good for her, of course. To the earthquakes now, okay, yeah, so I posted this yesterday. Expect more major earthquakes, 6.0 and higher, volcanoes, severe weather, and weather disasters. And when I say disasters, I mean disasters, man, bad destruction, especially in Gemini countries, cities, and states like Greece and Egypt. These are two countries that first came to mind. Greece and Egypt are both Gemini countries. So just hours after posting that, of course, the prediction comes true. We had several earthquakes in Arkansas, and I looked up the statehood date for Arkansas. Now, going back to this, I'm going to qualify this again. I said especially in Gemini countries, cities, and states, because Gemini is at the root of this energy that I was reading here. And as it turns out, Arkansas it got statehood in the United States June 15th, 1836, which makes Arkansas a Gemini state. Okay, how bizarre is that? Tennessee is also a Gemini state, so you folks in Tennessee want to keep your heads up during this period of time. Also, because you guys are, of course, right there, Tornado Alley, right next to Arkansas, and I'm not convinced that this period is over. It's just starting. So you guys may be involved in this, being a Gemini state. Tennessee was given statehood June 1st. So on June 1st, I forget the year on that. And of course, many families displaced from their homes. That's another prediction. 22 homes, for instance, were destroyed by just one of those tornadoes in Arkansas. Again, Gemini's energy hard at work here. 22 homes destroyed by one tornado. 22 is what? Gemini. Multiples of 2. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 22. It's just crazy. Poison food, also expect to see some big headlines, dramatic headlines about poison food during this time period. We can also expect to see, and have already seen today, sex crimes and scandals in institutions and within the confinement of homes as well. We're talking about places of confinement, institutions like schools, hospitals, prisons, churches, etc. And of course today we saw a really major headline that seems to be embarrassing for the Pope, because this is about his home country, the Catholic Church in Germany, facing child abuse claims. Very embarrassing for them, very damaging. I kind of get the feeling that this isn't the only thing that's going to come out in Germany about this, but of course it's very embarrassing for the Pope. And I wanted to mention something else also. A couple of people emailed me about Corey Haim's death yesterday, which of course was very, very sad. Corey Haim made some great movies that were funny. His smile was so infectious. Everybody just loved him. He did one of my favorite movies, which was Dream a Little Dream. That will always be one of my top favorite romantic movies. Very cool dude. Very tormented, of course. His friend Corey Feldman said, I guess he had some very hard times. But they asked me about his death and why I wasn't predicting celebrity deaths, and I just, I didn't include it in my predictions for this month. But all this month, this is a condition we're going to continue to see. We've seen a lot of entertainers go this month, a lot of celebrities, and especially musicians. We are going to keep seeing a focus on musicians, and certainly a focus on celebrities, because the tail of the dragon is in the 5th house right now. The tail of the dragon is in Cancer, and will be for quite some time. Cancer's in the 5th house. The 5th house, of course, is ruled by Leo, and together they rule celebrities and the famous, the rich and the famous, and entertainers, as the 5th house is all about entertainment. So expect to see more of this throughout the month. And especially another trend that you're going to see, of course, is that these people are dying at home or wherever they're living at the time. Instead of like in hospitals and things like this, you'll notice a lot of these, like Corey Haim, for instance, died at home. Ron Baker, a famous R&B artist, died at home the other day. And of course, Corey Haim, we finally find out that he had enlarged heart. Leo rules the heart. So heart failures. Burt Reynolds had surgery on his heart. This is all part of what's happening in March with the tail of the dragon in the 5th house with Cancer. So I'm going to have another video for you guys next week and talk about some of the stuff that's more of the stuff that's coming up because of Gemini's placement in the 4th house this month. And as the moon moves closer to the 4th house, we're going to see some interesting stuff. So until my next video, you guys take care. Lusk out.